Hey YouTube, it's Adrian. Just before we get you to this video, do me a favor and head over to pageantlaunch.com. We are starting the world's first dedicated pageant review site, and I would love for you to join our launch team. All you need to do is put in your email address. It's completely free. We are looking to make a pageant industry that is safe, transparent, and fair. I know it's like that most of the time, but over the last year, it's become very evident that it's not like that all of the time. So head over to pageantlaunch.com, put in your email address, and let's get you to this.
Hi, I'm Ellie-Mia Zschiesche. I'm your Junior Miss Galaxy United Kingdom, and this is my interview with the Pageant Project.
Hey everyone, it's Adrian from the Pageant Project, and I have Ellie-Mia Zschiesche. Oh God, Zschiesche? Is it Zschiesche? Zschiesche.
Yeah.
Zschiesche. Okay. Yeah. That's going to be the only thing I'm going to do this entire interview is work out how to say your name. I can't. I think you got the hardest name I've ever seen. But guys, if you want to say hi to Ellie, if you've got any questions, please put them in the comments. And if you're putting them in and I'm not reading them out to Ellie, can you please let me know? Because there's been a couple of bugs with Facebook Live and the comments sometimes don't pop up until after the live finishes, which would be an awful shame. But Ellie, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks.
How has life been? It's been a crazy time, obviously, since you won your crown. So congratulations, first off.
Thank you.
And I saw your reaction video because I whacked it in the introduction video. Yeah. Can you just talk us through how you felt at that moment? Because I don't know if you can remember it, but your name wasn't called out, which means you won, and then you look like you took a dive straight down to the stage. How did you feel at that moment?
Well, I just thought, oh wait, have I just won? Because obviously I'd never done the two where your name doesn't get called if you've won. So I was thinking, how do I know if I've won or not? But then, yeah, and then I won, and then I was just like, whoa, okay, my dreams have just come true, and I'm going to America.
Yeah. So has it sunk in yet that you have won? Because I interviewed Danielle a couple of days ago, and I think it's kind of sinking in for her. Has it sunk in for you?
Well, yeah, it's getting that way, yeah.
It's getting there?
Yeah, getting there, very slowly.
Okay, so Ellie can you see these comments here? So we are getting some. So Louise Parkinson, yeah. That's Lauren's mum, has said, hi, beautiful. And Rebecca Jane hi. Everson, your sister queen, has said, hi, little sissy queen. Yeah, it's bizarre, as I said. Yeah, they're coming up here. So Danielle has also said, hi, little sis. So you got two of your sister queens watching on the Ms. And you guys who saw the introduction video, you'll know what the ticker above is. That's the people who've donated, and the bar below is the donations for our TripAdvisor site. But Ellie, how has life been since then? So you said it's kind of sunk in, and then obviously we had Corona hit full force, and people everywhere are just staying indoors. So has it been a little weird for you, sort of going from winning the crown and now everyone can't go anywhere, can't do any appearances, can't go to school?
Yeah, it is so odd. I can't do any appearances or anything.
What about school? How much are you missing school?
Oh. Well, if we have this time that they're saying 3 months, that is literally half of the year. Yeah. So I'll be missing quite a lot of school, but then I've got school at home, so yeah, I'm getting on with that.
Oh, okay. So are your teachers getting you work for you to do at home, giving you homework that you can do from home?
Yeah, I've been given loads of little booklets for different subjects, so I have to complete them.
And how does that feel? Are you a studious and independent student, or are you struggling a little bit?
I'd say a bit of both.
A bit of both. That's fair enough.
Yeah.
Are there any friends or anyone in particular that you want to give a shout out to just whilst we're live?
Oh, Sadie and Sienna, if they're watching. Yeah, they're my best friends at school, and I miss them.
Do your we've had a couple of queens who, when they don't tell people, put it this way. They don't tell some of the people in their life that they do pageantry because they're afraid that they're going to be judged. So have you told everyone at school that you do pageantry? Have you told no one? Is it kind of just your best friends?
Well, I think half of them follow me on Instagram, so
they'll know.
I think half of them know. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got, I'm just trying to refresh these comments.
Yeah.
So we've got, I don't know, Ellie, can you see these? It's probably really small for you because you're on your phone.
Yeah,
You've got
very
Yasmina
small.
has said, hey, Els. Corey has said, hi, Ellie. And Sarah Blissett has said, hi, Ellie-Mia. Ellie, before we go any further, I know this is not your first pageant, but I'm not super familiar with all the different pageants that you've done. So can you give everyone who maybe hasn't followed your journey for a long time, sort of how you got started in pageants and all the different pageants that you've done?
Yeah, so I started my first ever pageant in 2018, and that was Little Miss Teen Great Britain. I was 11 when I won that, and then I did my reign, and then it was like I handed over in October, and then obviously I did Galaxy. I worked hard as a finalist, and then I won Galaxy in March, like 2 weeks ago.
Right. So you've won we've got so many people liking the stream. Thank you. You've won two pretty big crowns already, two very big titles. So if there's someone, let's say, a young girl wanting to follow in your footsteps, here comes the big question. What advice would you give them as a seasoned competitor? You've won two big titles.
Yeah.
What advice would you have for those people watching who maybe want to get involved in pageantry?
So I would just say go for it, because before I started like my pageant journey, I had no self-confidence and I didn't believe in myself. And then as going through like being a finalist and having like a title, it brings your confidence up so much. So I would just say don't give up on your dreams as well.
And how did you get involved in it in the first place? Because that's got to be a bit of a story.
So it was actually my sister. She actually competed in pageants herself, in like a local one around me. And then my mum was like, would you ever do anything like that? And we're like, yeah, I'd give it a go. And then that's when I entered Little Miss Teen GB. And I was like, I became a semi-finalist, and now I was a finalist, and I won. So yeah, it was from my sister.
You sound like you were surprised that you won.
I was not expecting it at all. I was not expecting it. It was literally I was so shocked.
Well, you looked pretty shocked when you won this time around as well. So were you not expecting to win this time either?
No, I was not expecting it, because obviously I only handed over in October. So I was like, I can't really go in and win this.
You seem like, you seem like you're going to be, I know we're talking a long time ahead, but you seem like the sort of person that when your reign this time is over, you're going to go and straight away and get another one. You seem like you're completely addicted to pageantry. Is that fair to say?
Well, yeah, I'm addicted.
It's a good addiction, though. Not all addictions are bad.
Yeah.
Some addictions are good. Okay, now you've got a very important person here commenting, so we'd better respond to her. Edison has said, hey, my little gorgeous girly. And now she's asking a very difficult question. Are your current sister queens living up to as good as Imogen Chapman and I were? Surely they're not. With a laughing face and 3 X's. All right, Ellie, let's put you on the spot. That's over to you.
Obviously, you're all my favourites. I can't pick between you all.
So Edison was, I'm not familiar with the name. So obviously Imogen was Miss Teen GB.
Yeah.
And Edison was, is it Junior Miss? I get the names mixed up.
Yeah, Miss Junior Teen GB. Yeah.
Miss Junior Teen GB. Okay.
Yeah.
Hannah Golding has said, you worked hard, so well deserved. It was a top 2 I predicted. And on that note, Ellie, you're actually the youngest person I've interviewed. I don't normally interview people around about your age, only because sometimes when they go live, they get a bit of stage fright, and I can't help them because it's live. But obviously I met you and you spoke very well, so I knew it'd be okay. Can you give me an insight, give the people watching an insight into just how hard you did work, because obviously, as Hannah has said, you work very hard, and I've interviewed a lot of Miss, a lot of teen, a lot of MS, a lot of Misses, but you're still in school, so it's a bit different. I mean, the teens obviously are in school. Give people an idea as to just exactly how hard you worked in the lead up to Galaxy.
Yeah. So I was a finalist for like 5 to 6 months, and in that time I did quite a few appearances. I think I did just under 25 appearances, and then was one of my main focuses was my bullying group chat. So I was bullied at school, so I knew that obviously I had to do something about it. And then that's when I decided to make up my very own group chat on WhatsApp, and that was organised by me, and that was where if you were bullied you would join, and we would like talk about your day at school, and I would like help you like get your self-confidence back. So yeah, that was my main focus, was my bullying group chat.
Why do you think people bully people at school? I mean, obviously it's a huge problem at the moment, I guess, because everyone's not going to school. It's a bit different. But why do you think there are some people who just can't stop themselves, can't help themselves bullying people at school?
Yeah, like for me, the only reason they probably bully me is because I do something different. Like, not everybody in the world does pageants, and for other people, they're probably just jealous. Like, jealousy is a very horrible thing.
Yeah. And you mentioned that you set up the group chat. So roughly how many people did you have joining you? How many people have you helped?
I think it's around 15 to 20 people in my group chat.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. That's like a whole classroom full of people.
Literally.
All right, let's go back to the comments again. So you're having a little bit of a war going on in the comments. Imogen has said, Ellie, don't let me down with this answer. And then Danielle has dropped in and said, we are the best. Come at me, Edison Holmes. Is there anything that you'd like to say to your sister queens whilst they're fighting over you?
Oh. Stop it. I love you all equally. Stop it. I can't decide between you all. I love you all.
You guys are horrible, putting Ellie on the spot in a live interview, asking basically who's the favourite. Speaking of Ellie, Ellie Corcoran has said, hey guys. So whilst we're all stuck in isolation, what sort of things, are there any ideas that you've come up with, Ellie, for in terms of appearances, or because you've started your reign, obviously you want to do something because it's super exciting. Have you come up with any ideas as to maybe things that you can do online or things that are still safe to get your reign started?
Yeah, I have been having a think, but there isn't that much like going on at the minute. But I think I'm gonna like organise something online, but I don't know what yet. Like maybe a countdown, or like what the Canada Galaxy pageants, I think, them that they're doing, that you can join in and like countdowns and stuff. Yeah.
And what about once this isolation thing is over, what are all the things that you want to do, whenever it is? What are all the things that you're excited about getting done?
So I just want to go to more pageants and stuff, and then hopefully I can judge a few.
Have you judged pageants before?
I've never actually judged a pageant before.
You've never judged one before?
I've never judged before. No.
Do you think you'd make a good judge?
I hope I would be.
What do you think are the most important qualities for a judge to have?
Like as a judge, you need to like find somebody who would be like suitable for a queen, and that that will be hardworking and dedicated towards their title.
Nice. I like the hard work part.
Yeah.
Okay, so going back to the comments for a second, Elizabeth Coulthard has said, hi everyone. And Ellie Corcoran has asked, what are you doing to prepare for internationals? So excited for you.
Oh, so I haven't actually thought about it that much yet, because obviously it keeps getting postponed and stuff. But to prepare, I would probably just stay calm, because I've never been to America or I've never competed internationally before. So it's something I'm really looking forward to.
Can you tell us what part you think you're going to be most excited for when you do get to go to, well, it's Chicago. It's supposed to be Chicago, but who knows? But what are you most excited about for your journey?
Oh, do you know, I'm actually really excited for meeting like all of the other delegates. What are they called?
Delegates.
Delegates, yeah.
We got it, yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually really looking forward to meeting them because obviously, like, they're all around the world, and I don't really have many friends from like America and stuff. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that.
Do you have difficulties understanding any of the accents?
Do you know, having a Scottish best friend, I think I'm actually quite good with accents.
Do you think Scottish is the hardest accent to understand?
Well, it depends really.
Is there anyone in the pageant scene that you, I don't know if I should ask this, but is there anyone in the pageant scene that you sometimes have to really concentrate to listen to and understand?
Farron, yeah, she was Genius Galaxy UK last year.
Is her accent that strong?
Yes.
Do you ever just nod and say yes, even though you didn't understand what she said?
Yeah.
Okay.
All the time.
Louise Parkinson has said, "We having a party." I don't know what that means. Are you having a party now, Louise, without us? That's very inconsiderate of you. Or are you talking about house party? Because you just added me on house party. Ellie, have you used this house party app?
I downloaded it, but I haven't FaceTimed or used it yet because it looks really confusing.
Yeah, I don't know what any of it does, and it keeps binging at me, telling me people want to add me as friends and that people are in the house, and I don't know what.
Yeah.
Everyone's in the house, apparently, just one giant house. Let's answer Ellie Kent's question. Do you have any ideas for outfits that you'll be taking to international finals? Can't wait to see you on stage. Wow, they're asking questions that you probably haven't had a chance to think of yet, but any ideas for outfits?
Do you know, I have not thought about it, but hopefully soon, even if, well, depending when it is, I would like to wear one of the same dresses again, but depending on when it is, will it fit me? That is the question.
Well, because you're growing taller, right? Not because you're going to eat so much in isolation that it won't fit you, but at your age, you're getting taller every day.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me hit refresh. So, Ellie, can you give us an idea? I mean, away from the pageant scene, what sort of things do you do to keep you busy? I mean, obviously you've got school, but what sort of hobbies do you have, or what do you do for fun or just to relax?
Yeah, so you're gonna go what on this one? So I actually ride a motocross bike.
How old are you?
12.
Are you supposed to be riding a motocross bike?
I go from being like a pageant queen with all the makeup and everything, and then I go to riding motocross bikes.
Have you ever considered riding the motocross bike with your sash, and probably not with your sash if you get tangled in the wheel, but with your crown on? That could make a really interesting, that could make an interesting photo shoot.
That is a good idea.
Okay, so tell me more about motocross because I know nothing about it. So what do? You just take the bike out on a track and you hoon around, or give me some more information?
So, I have a motocross bike, and yeah, we just go to like some tracks and stuff, and I just ride round. And I used to have a quad bike as well.
Do you like living dangerously, Ellie? Have you ever had a wipeout? Have you ever had an accident?
I did on my quad bike. I tipped upside down into a puddle, and I got stuck.
In the puddle?
Yeah, I did that. Yeah, in the puddle. And I had wellies on, and I literally tipped my wellies upside down, and water just came out.
How did you get out? How did you get unstuck?
My dad saved me.
You were drowning in a puddle, were you?
The puddle wasn't too deep, but I was soaked and I was filthy.
So what is it about motocross and the quad biking that you like?
Oh, do you know, so many people ask me this, and I don't know. Like, I think it's because I'm going fast or what, I don't know.
We call you a speed demon then. You like speed. I think when you get a bit older, you might be like flying planes and things like that. So the comments here, Jen Wilkinson has said, just the sweetest girl. Louise Parkinson has said, know when this is over. All right, so we're having a party when this is all over. Yeah, be called going to Chicago at this rate. Oh God, now I want the Chicago deep dish pizza. Do you like pizza, Ellie?
Yes, I do like pizza.
Well, when we go to Chicago, they have these amazing deep dish pizzas, which are more like pies, and it's like 80% cheese, and you just eat it and you go, oh my God, I've died and gone to heaven. That's the thing I'm most upset about this whole thing, is that I don't get to have Chicago deep dish pizza. It's been put off. Catherine Decker has said, which pageant would you love to enter one day? I mean, obviously you've entered ones that you love already, but I guess for the future, are there any ones that you would love to enter sometime in the future?
Yeah, I actually, when I'm older, so when I'm old enough to do these two are the two that I really want to do now, but I'm not old enough, so I want to do Miss Great Britain, that is a title that I'd love to have, and Miss Universe Great Britain, so then I can go to, like, Miss Universe and stuff. But, yeah, I'll just keep on dreaming.
You're aiming for the top then, aren't you?
Yeah.
Speaking of Miss Great Britain, I'll be interviewing Jen Atkin, I think, on Friday night, who's the current Miss GB. Did you meet Jen? Had you met Jen before Galaxy UK?
She was at the Pageant Lambeau, but I never spoke to her there. And then I met her for the first time in the Friday night of Galaxy. Yeah, she's so lovely.
Did you ask her for advice, or did you just have a friendly chat?
Yeah, we just had a friendly chat. She was a judge, wasn't she? So, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if she was a judge on your night, but yeah, she was definitely a judge.
Yeah.
Ellie Corcoran has asked, what made you enter Galaxy UK?
Oh, well, well, if I had to say, I would probably just say, obviously, my friend Farron, she entered after we both competed together in Little Miss TGB, and then we became like really good friends. And then she entered Galaxy and won, and she said to me that it was the best experience ever, and she made like some of the bestest of friends, and being able to have that opportunity to go to like America when it was in Orlando. Then she said you'd never be able to do that anywhere else. So I thought, I'll set my standards high and just go in it and just try my very best. And if I don't win, I go back the next year. And then I won, so...
Yeah, you can't go back the next year because you won, so now you can't do that anymore.
I'll be handing over.
Oh, I can't believe it. It's been an absolutely crazy time. It was about 2 weeks ago that you won, I think, that you won on the 14th. So actually, it's just over 2 weeks since you won. That's crazy. It's gone so quickly.
I know.
Ellie, I have 10 questions that I finish interviews with. But before we do those 10 questions, is there anyone that you would like to give a shout out to for supporting you on your pageant journey?
Okay, so I'm going to keep it very short because I'm not going to drag on. I'd just say to my mum, I know she's watching this downstairs. My mum, my dad, my sisters, hopefully Chelsea's watching this if she is, hi. And then all of the people that are on this, thanks for coming on and literally helping me. And just to all my pageant friends, hey girls,
You've got a lot of people tuned in. So, guys, all of you who are tuned in, I'm going to run Ellie through the final 10 questions. If you have any questions for her, put them in now, and then I will circle back to them once we're done with the 10 questions. All right, Ellie, you get the same 10 questions as everyone else. The teens, the Miss, the MS, the Misses. First question, what is your favourite word?
Word? Oh, probably snazzy.
What is your least favourite word?
Oh, my least favourite word is probably... Do I have a least favourite word? Like, I don't know. I don't have a least favourite word. I can't think.
You can come back to it later if you want.
Yeah,
that's okay.
I'm going to come back to that one.
Okay, we'll have a pass on question 2. Question 3, in life, what gets you excited or what turns you on?
Looking forward to it. This is probably going to sound, if you don't compete, then you won't have this feeling. But like the week before you compete, like you just have loads of different emotions. Like you're excited, you're nervous. Yeah, that is just like the best thing about competing is like the week before.
And what about what turns you off?
Oh, when people put pepperoni on pizza. Ew, disgusting. I'd hate that.
You're going to have to explain this some more.
I just don't like it. Like, it's just not made for pizza.
Pepperoni is not made for pizza. I don't remember ever having pepperoni that wasn't on a pizza. So describe your ideal pizza then. What would be the ideal pizza for Ellie-Mia?
Oh. So I'm very plain. I would probably have something like tomato with cheese. That's it. With maybe some sweet corn if I'm in the mood for it.
Okay. Tomato with cheese. Okay. If we didn't have tomato or cheese, it wouldn't be a pizza. So you like the margarita pizza then? That's tomato and cheese. Okay. Yeah. Well, at least you can have a margarita Chicago deep dish pizza. Next question. What sound or noise do you love?
When they announce my name.
Oh no!
You're falling. No,
I think in the case of Galaxy, it should be when they don't announce your name.
Well, yeah, that's true. Apart from that, probably something like, see, my dog is still a puppy, so when she barks, it's actually really cute, and I wind up my dog quite a lot. So probably my dog barking is so cute.
What sort of dog is she?
I've got a 10-month-old cockapoo.
A cocker what?
A cockapoo.
I don't know what is that. I've never heard of that dog before.
No, it's a Springer Spaniel, I think. A Springer Spaniel mixed with I don't know, I forgot. Yeah, but
the poo really is cute. That a poodle?
Google them. Yeah, a poodle mixed with a Springer Spaniel.
Okay, all right. I've never heard of that. I'll have to look it up. Moving on. What sound or noise do you hate?
Oh, I hate an exhaust. Like when it makes like a horrible noise, like that noise. I hate that.
Okay. Question 7. If you could have one superpower, what would you pick and why?
Oh, I'd be invisible.
Because?
Just so I can spy on people.
I always worry about the ones who pick invisibility because they're always the ones who want to get up to no good.
Definitely not me.
Right. Okay, now question 8's a bit different for you because it's about what job other than your own would you like to attempt. You don't have a job, you're at school, so we'll change it to what job would you like to attempt?
So I've been wanting to do this for quite a while now. So I would like to be an air hostess. It is something, I actually said this in my interview. They asked me this in my interview. And I just said I'd just love to be an air hostess. I love flying and like get the opportunity to travel the world. So yeah, I'd love to be an air hostess one day.
Yeah. Okay, what job would you definitely not like to attempt?
Oh, well, it's on the same sort of boat as this one, but I wouldn't like to be a pilot.
But I thought all the stuff you just mentioned, like flying and traveling, you could do that as a pilot.
Yeah, but I think if you're a pilot, you've got like loads of people's lives in your hands. I just couldn't do it.
I'm sure you deal with it. Okay, final question. You can take your time on this one. This one's the one that people normally find a bit harder. But if heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates or arrive at heaven?
If I had to, I would just probably say something like, tell him that I did good in life, like that I helped people and I hope he'd like recognize me for that and hopefully I was nice.
I think, guys, if you think Ellie-Mia is a nice person, I think you should comment below so that she knows. All right, so those are the 10 questions. Ellie, do you want to go back to the second question and give us your least favorite word?
Oh, okay.
Any brainstorms?
Oh, my least favorite word is probably... I don't know. A least favorite word?
Yeah, just what's a word that you really, really don't like when people say it?
To pick, like, it's not really a word, but it's like a sentence.
Okay, give us a sentence.
Somebody puts people down for what they do. Like, if you could put that in a word.
Yeah. I mean, there are a few words that would work with that. Yeah, but that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go with that. All right, so guys, this is your final chance to ask Ellie some questions. We have Chelsea Baskefield has said, I sure am watching XX. Tanya has said, hey Else, we love Nancy and Tanya. Marie Zschiesche has said, hi. Hi with an X. Ellie Corcoran likes your answer of snazzy. She's written snazzy, ha ha ha. Tanya has said, well done, Else, amazing interview. You're a very beautiful and inspirational young woman. Love, Tanya. Autumn Castine, who's Mrs. Wisconsin Galaxy, so over in the United States. I actually spent time in Wisconsin. You are adorable, she says. Can't wait to meet you, hopefully in Chicago. Chelsea has asked, Ellie, your least favorite word is probably no.
Chelsea, don't expose me like that.
That's actually that's probably one of the most common answers to that question is no. Because people like you don't like being told no because you're achiever types. You have goals and you don't like being told no. I was just interviewing, just editing Chloe Lake's interview, and her least favorite word is no. There are a lot of people who've said their least favorite word is no.
No. There you go.
No. Catherine Decker has said Ellie is lovely. And Miss Danielle Latimer, hello Danielle. What was your favorite round? She wants to know.
Oh, so loads of people ask me this, so I just say both of them because I can't pick between the two. But if I had to pick, it would be fashion and interview, because I'm a very chatty person, as you can tell. So interview, I love like talking to the judges and stuff. And then fashion round, I would just say because you get to show off your sass and you get to be snazzy.
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 Define snazzy for us. What does snazzy mean to you?
Oh, like it's the same as like sassy and just showing like basically showing off, like being yourself and snazzy.
Sounds good to me. Sassy/snazzy.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Ellie, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
And thanks everyone for watching as well. Ellie, I'll keep you on the line for just a sec whilst I hang up with the audience. Thanks everyone for watching, and we will speak to you again very soon. We'll put in one more question. Autumn has asked, what are you most looking forward to doing during your trip to the US?
Oh, do you know,
Final question.
Obviously apart from competing, that's on like the other side now. So I would just say actually going to like America and Chicago and stuff, because I've never been to America before. So it'll just be good to experience being in America.
Sounds good to me. It's a different world over there. Okay, that's it. We're going to let the audience go. So thanks everyone for watching, and we will speak to you next time.
Bye.
Hey guys, it's Adrian again. If you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and remember to head over to pageantlaunch.com and join the launch team for our pageant review site. All you need to do is put in your email address. Thanks, and speak to you next time.